Hi, it's Lost in Plot, and today we have the Showtime original series, The Man Who Fell to Earth. The Man Who Fell to Earth is based on a novel. It's a continuation of that novel, and then loosely based on a film from 1976. So what is it about? It's about an alien who crash lands in New Mexico, and he's got a mission. His mission is to find a brilliant scientist, because in order to find them, that can help him save his world, but first he's going to have to save Earth before he can save his own. That's being very generous. You fleshed out much more of the story than they did in this first pilot. So the premise is something we've all seen before. All right, an alien has come to Earth. It's interesting enough, but we've done it so many times. What's your unique take? Well, in this story, when the alien comes to Earth, what would an alien be like? Well, if you answered a deranged homeless man, then you probably will like this show. He walks around naked, gets arrested, yells obscenities at people, and then goes to a pawn shop for cash. That's not an alien, that's just a deranged homeless person.
Yeah, he also nearly ingests an entire water hose in the process there too. So this one, now the alien has to become human. That's really the gimmick here. So you're not gonna see an alien walking around doing all this stuff. You're just gonna see a guy, and a naked guy, as you pointed out. Now, the way they do it is this alien has become a tech genius god.
That's right. They do this arc where they introduce him to you as like the pinnacle of humanity.
Steve Jobs.
Which is big, yeah.
He
it's
becomes
basically
Steve
Jobs.
Jobs.
He's giving a TED Talk. He's suave, sophisticated. He appears affluent and wealthy. It's basically like tech millionaire is the pinnacle of humanity. So if you're a tech billionaire douchebag, you can't do much better. And so, would you want to see a movie where an alien comes to Earth and discover how he ascends to the realm of billionaire douche tech gods?
That's exactly what we're getting. Now we start at the TED Talk lecture, as you mentioned, and then we're flashing back. So he's telling this story where he is there. He barely even knows English, but he's got to find this one brilliant scientist. And the brilliant scientist is this woman that's cleaning up toxic waste when we meet her. She's trying to score pills and drugs for her ailing father or grandfather. I can't remember which it was. And she used to be some kind of brilliant scientist, but then her theory got rejected at school, and now she's been apparently disgraced because she's picking up toxic shit. And that's her current career.
Yeah, the unrecognized genius. Now, if you thought that this person would get the show back on track, don't get your hopes up. She sucks worse than the alien. All right, and she's far less believable, quite frankly, than the alien who walks around and tries to learn how to be human. We don't know much about her. We know that she's smart, not because she actually does anything smart the entire series. She doesn't. No. We just are told that she's smart and brilliant and unappreciated and unrecognized for her talents. And we know that she cares about her family because she's got to go to some shady dealer to get prescription medication for her ailing father because she's no other choice. There's no other choice. I mean, come on. We've all been there finding some drug.
Don't judge her. There's no other choice. Now, who gave us this? This comes from Alex Kurtzman. Do you know that name?
It sounds familiar.
Alex Kurtzman has been around forever, man. His writing career goes way back to Alias, the show on ABC. Now, he also wrote a bunch of the Transformers films. He also wrote the rebooted Star Trek films, the original Star Trek, and then Star Trek Into Darkness. He has a credit on that. Now, this guy was so hot at one point in the industry that, remember when Universal was going to do their shared universe of all their classic monster properties?
Yes, the Mummy, the Wolfman, Dracula.
This was the guy they gave it to. They gave it to him and his writing partner. And the kickoff for that was Tom Cruise's reboot of The Mummy, which Alex Kurtzman also is credited on, and I think he directed too. And that one failed so miserably that we never got the shared universe because they pulled the plug immediately when that first one with the Mummy just bombed into oblivion. And that was gone. So all those good things for Alex Kurtzman, his career was really rocking and rolling. It went up in smoke, and now he's back with this. And he has co-written this first episode, and he's also directed it. And let me tell you something. Both the writing and directing for this are just trash. They're so bad.
Oh, the directing especially. The directing draws more attention to itself than a hooker on Main Street. It's ridiculous. It cannot get out of its way at all. You are never not conscious of the fact that some asshole is shaking the camera around and putting a filter on to make you see things in this different perspective.
See, now that's a good point because I was going to ask if you blame the actors for giving like really bad performances, and in this strange case, I really don't.
The woman.
I think they're both just giving the guy what he's asking for behind that camera.
That's a fair point. And I was going to say the woman's god awful, but
Yeah.
the woman's executing the character that's written on the paper.
The woman is Naomi Harris. She was in 28 Days Later. She was Moneypenny in the recent James Bond films, and then I think she was in the Venom sequel that came out last fall. So
Yeah,
that's what we're talking
I mean,
about.
she's
doing
acting,
an American accent here. It's not good. She's shouting. Everybody is saying fuck, and they're saying it just needlessly. It's just kind of like slung in this script for no reason whatsoever.
No.
It's very badly written.
And this
The dialogue,
character,
awful.
this woman is driving down the road, and it's like it's all she can do to stop when she sees a man being beaten by two hillbillies and robbed. And she's like kicking herself that she stops and drives back to go help him. Like, oh, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this. Oh, fuck, I'll turn around and I'll go help the guy. Like, what are you talking? We're supposed to like this character who sees a man helplessly being beaten on the side of the road and then just drives by and has to wrestle her conscience into submission? It's just not good characters. The characters suck, and the story's not interesting to cover.
So we always talk about with a pilot episode, a real big measure of is, are you going to come back for that second episode? And in this case, there's no way in hell. I'm off the ride immediately. I'm off the ride.
Yeah, this pilot was akin to a torturous experience. And Alex Kurtzman, you can read about his credits. Those are really his rap sheet. He's been offending our sensibilities for a long time. He continues to do so.
Yeah, it got to a point where I thought the only thing that might keep me in this, the only twist that might interest me, is when they flash back to that TED Talk at the end, if he just murdered everybody in the room.
It's something, but even
that would have been an interesting twist,
even at
where
the end of the
alien is
pilot.
in like, oh yeah, I'm secretly just going to kill you all. Then I'd be like, oh, well, this might be good now, but no. They're trying to save the Earth. There's something wrong with the Earth, and then saving his planet. It's all bad. All of it's bad. So this is dead for me at a 3 out of 10. The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah, it's dead for me too. It's also a 3 out of 10. Don't watch this. If you like the concept, I recommend as an alternative the 1984 movie starring Jeff Bridges, Starman.
John Carpenter directed that. Far, far superior. Or go read the novel, or go watch the old film about it, because there's nothing to spend your time on here.
There you go, guys. If you have watched this pilot episode, please leave your thoughts and comments down below. Check us out on Twitter, like and subscribe, and we will see you all on the next one.